to my fellow virgins, boy, I'm like, say so, camera, take a motherfucker loss. Hold on. Fuck the intro. Fuck everything else. How can real niggas who broke his shit and don't even, like, got the time to, you know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? Streameast died, bro. That shit hurt my heart. I was just trying to watch WWE the other day, gang. That shit gone. But today we're going to react to It P MMA Live. Dana White got his cheeks clapped by Streameast. I'm going to keep it a bean. What's up with everybody with all this clapping cheek shit, bro? Like, why would you want that as a title, bro? That's the most diddiest shit in the world. But let's get into it and let's see what Streameast did to clap Dana White cheeks. But if y'all don't know what Streameast is, y'all got to get your money up. And they got court, and I think these niggas is in Egypt. Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
What? All right, so the deal's incredible with Paramount Plus. There could be less pay-per-views. Do you feel like you're kind of stealing from the guys who are stealing from you, the guys who are pirating all the pay-per-views? They really have nothing left to do if you if you get rid of the pay-per-views. Like, what do they have to live for, Dana?
That's funny. No, that's a good point.
I do love that clip where it's like you killing Osama bin Laden. Like, we got him. We got the guy. We found the guy who's on Cracked or Streameast.
All right, so on Wednesday, the news started to spread that Streameast, aka the biggest illegal streaming website in the world, was shut down by the ACE. And given the fact that Streameast drew in over 1.6 billion visits in the last year, this was seen as a huge move in the world of anti-piracy across all sports, not just the UFC. However, for some reason, we were singled out in particular when Yahoo Sports posted this article saying that specifically UFC fans were crying after Streameast was supposedly raided, which is weird because I'm pretty sure fans of every sport use illegal streams, not just us. But the joke's on you, Yahoo, because just hours after this...
Do you know how many fucking people use Streameast, my nigga? You feel what I'm saying? I know it's people who be watching Jake Paul fight, like, all right, let me watch this fight on stream. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, everybody don't got the money for that shit, and everybody not paying for everything, bro. That's just point blank, period. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying?
News dropped. The real Streameast guys made it clear that not only did they really not get shut down at all, but their domains are still up and running as usual. You know what? I hope that this is a learning lesson for all of these big sports organizations that instead of trying to chase some shadows just to accomplish nothing, the real answer to fighting illegal streams is to make their product financially viable to watch for their fans, much like the UFC's Paramount deal. And yeah, in this video, I'm going to be talking about all this and more. Okay, let's rewind back to Wednesday morning. Personally, I learned about the Streameast raid while watching the MMA Hour.
Streameast, which I've never heard of, but the boys were telling me was a big sort of illegal sport.
Niggas be lying. Ariel Hawani, you know what Streameast is, gang. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you didn't, nigga, you wouldn't be talking about it. You feel me? Fuck the, oh, it's news, the biggest, bro, everybody fucking knows Streameast, bro. I can't say too much, but you feel what I'm saying?
Streaming service. It has been reportedly shut down after a year-long investigation. According to The Athletic, the Alliance for Creativity and Entertainment, ACE, said it worked with the Egyptian law enforcement officials to disrupt the service August 24th, a thorn in the side of the likes of the UFC and DAZN and other pay-per-view companies. And this would be a huge, huge blow to piracy. Now, it comes at a time where the UFC is getting off pay-per-view, and so I don't know. Do you think this was like their last FU?
Now, my genuine reaction when I first heard this was a weird mixture of mild disappointment, but mostly indifference. I was disappointed at the idea that the most prolific streaming site of the last decade got rolled, but at the same time, I personally haven't used them to watch the UFC in a while because I found other services that have better quality and less lag. Streameast is great and all, but it's not even remotely close to the best streaming site out there, and although I was a little sad to hear the news of them getting raided, I can't say I was all that shocked to learn that they had a target on their back considering how everybody knows about them. But the thing is, they didn't even get the real Streameast. The ACE, or whoever the fuck they are, only nabbed some Streameast posers from Egypt who were using the name but didn't have any real connection to the legit site. This does make sense because if you know anything about these streaming sites, if they actually know what they're doing, they have multiple layers of defense that prevent them from being tracked down on top of countless mirror domains on hand if one of their domains gets shut down. So in the case of what went down this week, all that really happened were some Egyptian dudes who didn't know how to cover their asses got caught for being dumb, and the investigators are patting themselves on the back for apprehending some small-time copycats. Meanwhile, in the wake of the news hitting the internet, one of the real owners of the real Streameast posted to their real Discord channel. The recent news refers to the Streameast network, the group running under the Streameast name and creating fake websites. We are not connected to them in any way, we're not even Egyptian, we have not been raided, and our streams and work continue as usual. As we've always said, do not use fake sites. First of all, the fact that the owner of Streameast has a profile picture of Dana White is fucking amazing, so based. Second, any streaming service worth their salt knows how to avoid being tracked down, and seeing as the actual Streameast guys have been at this for so long, it kind of proves that they know how to stay one step ahead of anybody that comes looking for them. If Streameast or any other legitimate site want to keep this as...
These niggas are like the stream anonymous. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I thought these niggas got booked, but the fake niggas got booked. Oh, these niggas are gangsters. Oh, yeah.
Their job and stay out of jail, they take the necessary measures to not only be untraceable, but also make the process of shutting them down as difficult as possible. Just from a simple Google search, these guys are able to avoid detection by operating across different countries, frequently changing their domain names, and using VPNs and proxy servers to mask their locations. Then there was this tweet from the Streameast Twitter account who confirmed that they haven't been shut down and followed this up by saying they can't stop us. Now, I know that this profile outright says that they're not associated with Streameast, but there's a lot of speculation from myself and others that this is just a way for the owner of the profile to protect themselves legally in case they get tracked down. Like, I really don't know why anyone would make a Twitter account on behalf of Streameast if they didn't have anything to do with them. Regardless, this doesn't even matter. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that Streameast hasn't been shut down because I can still access the damn site myself. And again, I don't even use Streameast anymore, but it wasn't hard in the slightest for me to find it. It seriously took me less than 60 seconds to get to it. These guys are professionals. They know what they're doing. That's why they've been able to avoid the authorities for damn near a decade at this point. Now that I think about it, there's a really big part of me that wonders if the ACE knew that they were taking down a couple of Streameast wannabes who were just operating under the website name so that they can brag to the world that they took down the real Streameast. And look, let's just say that they really did bring down the biggest illegal streaming site in the world. Frankly, I wouldn't even really give a fuck, because even if they did, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of alternative sites that you, me, anyone can use that are—
I'm doing one right now, like, as we speak, because I'm about to watch UFC tonight. Like, if I'm like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, nigga, like, let's be honest, bro. Like, why would I spend money on something where I know, like, niggas gonna, like, yeah, man, like, not really engage too much? You feel me? Like, fuck!
Just a Google search away. Even if the biggest one gets removed, all that means is that those users are going to go to the next biggest option. It's really not a difficult concept to understand. Unless these anti-piracy organizations can figure out a way to outright block users from accessing these sites, which I don't even know how that could be possible, there will always be a market for free streams. Seriously, how many of these sites get shut down every year, do you think? Personally, I have no idea, but I do know that there's seemingly an abundance of supply to meet the market's demands. If one of the sites that I use are laggy or buffering too much, I literally have a pick of the litter of dozens of other sites that I can watch fights on. And seeing as it took 10 years for these guys to take down a fake Streameast, how long do you think it's going to take them to bring down the real one, if it ever even happens? And when they get rid of Streameast, they're going to tackle the next big whale, which based on what we've seen so far is going to take them at least another decade, and so on. Instead of investing all of this money and manpower into taking down illegal streams, which is undeniably a losing battle, the real solution is to make sports content more accessible for fans.
You know what's fun? During that era, we got a lot of guys. We really got some people during that time, and everybody thinks it's funny till you get fucking caught.
Yeah.
Did you personally do any of that? Did you like find a stream and like send it to your top people? Like, hey, look, this guy's on his couch right now streaming it.
We had a whole team put together. We literally have a whole. If you looked into our anti-piracy team and how it's run and what we do, it's impressive. Well, everybody out there thinks, oh, there's millions of people. How could they possibly catch me? It is impressive, the setup on the anti-piracy team and how they do catch these guys.
You didn't catch shit, Dana. Okay, he might have caught some guys that didn't go about running illegal streams the right way, who basically ran their streams out of their house with a neon sign that says free streams here, but those are small potatoes. The biggest streaming sites are still here several years after Dana went on his performative campaign to end them. And hey, I will be the first one to say that UFC's Paramount deal will in fact affect the piracy issue for their events, seeing as the annual cost to be a UFC fan is going to go down dramatically in 2026. It's not going to kill UFC piracy by any means, but I do think it will result in a meaningful reduction in people sailing the 7 seas. And the reason for that is incredibly simple. It's because he's making the product more reasonably priced and affordable for fans to watch. It is not rocket science. The UFC has been dick slapping fans in the face for years now by implementing 2 paywalls in order to access pay-per-views, and it's caused their consumers to turn to illegal streams.
Bro, like, it PMMA, like, are you good, bro? Like, you already got, like, cheeks clapped, glizzies getting thrown, like, bro, like, are you good? It's a little too, you know what I'm saying?
I love the UFC. It's the only sport that I truly follow, but I will be the first one to say that it's not worth paying over $1,000 a year to watch all the fights like it currently is with ESPN. Fortunately, I think that Dana has finally come to the realization that the only real way to tackle fans stealing the fights is a model much like the Paramount deal. I mean, let's be real. Him trying to scare us out of streaming the fights clearly didn't work. Not only that, him trying to intimidate streaming sites to stop operating was a comedy goldmine, but that didn't do shit either.
Wow. And guess what? We got him. We got him. We're watching his house. We're listening to his phone conversations. And when he puts up this, if he puts it up on Saturday, we got him.
Starting a fashion brand shouldn't feel impossible. Other print-on-demand platforms.
He pops this link up on Saturday.
Oh, shit.
We got him. And we will arrest him. and I will prosecute him. I will not be nice. I will not give him any leniency whatsoever. I will go guns a fucking blazing on this guy.
The internet exists and pay-per-views are dumb, and the combination of both those things being true paved the way for streaming sites to thrive. And as much as Dana likes to bluster and boast about how incredible his anti-piracy team is, if the NFL or NBA don't have the resources to tackle these streaming services, then the UFC doesn't either. Even if they all joined forces to try and take down the global piracy market, they'd probably barely even make a dent. Internet piracy has always been a game of cat and mouse, but in this case, the mice are nearly impossible to eradicate, and the cats are bald and have no idea how the internet actually works. But like I said, I fully predict that the Paramount deal will bring back a lot of UFC fans who turn to free alternatives, because at least for now, the deal seems like it's good for fans. It's a sign of respect by the UFC that they're willing to change their entire business model in order to accommodate the fans who are frustrated with how inaccessible the product has become. You might be saying that they made the change out of desperation due to declining pay-per-view sales, and I'm sure that's true, but at the end of the day, the UFC is course correcting from its current trajectory of disrespecting its fans, and frankly, this is something that they should have done years ago. And as much as I'm going to
Yo, I just locked in too much.
I love listening to Dana try and take credit or at least celebrate Streameast being taken down even though it wasn't, I think in a weird way he should be grateful to them and all the other pirating sites for inadvertently pushing the UFC into the modern age. Now that the UFC has mostly put pay-per-views on the
like on some real like gangster shit, I know like Dana lost like a lot of money for, you know, illegal streaming and everything. But think about it though, if you really think about the good about it is that, you know, I go say I'm going to my friend's house. It's not too many people who got ESPN, bro. It's not too many people who could afford ESPN. Nigga, I go to my friend's house. You know, he got his computer connected to his fucking TV, HDMI. Nigga, he's buffering and all that. Like, bro, like, people, we love this shit, bro, and we want to watch it. We just can't fucking afford it. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
back burner, I really do think that this opens the door for them to innovate even further, and if it weren't for the chads at Streameast, this might have taken longer to happen. Anyways, that is the video for today. Definitely let me know what you think.
Nah, but on some real shit, though, I might get on Streameast right now.